Hi there and welcome to Gaining Vision. I'm Melanie. Have you had an opportunity to subscribe to the channel yet? If not, take a second, hit subscribe, and please don't forget to like and share. I don't know about you. When I was raised, I was taught that when you give your word, you keep it. So when you say you're going to do something, you do it. I've noticed a lot lately that's not happening. Whether it's with kids or in work environments or even in friends and family. When I'm working on a project with somebody and they say that they're going to have something done by a certain date and time, I expect that they're going to do it because I trust their word. Just like if I say I'm going to do something, I come through and fulfill my promise. What has changed over the years? I'm still questioning. I don't know if it's the way that we're being raised, what's important in life, or if we've just become so overwhelmed and wanting to please everybody, just say, sure, I'll do it, and not meaning it. The reality is when we don't keep our word, we're letting people down. We're giving ourselves a bad name and reputation, especially in the workplace. If they know Melanie is going to give her work to get something done and it's done, that's great, it looks good on me. But if they think, oh, Melanie's not going to get it done, she never gets it done on time, then that reputation will follow you at your work. If your friends and family count on you because you say you're going to do something, that's a good thing because you're dependable. But if you start dropping the ball and not doing what you say, people are going to doubt you and question your intention. So what I'll ask you is, before you say yes, you'll do something, what do you consider? What do you keep in mind? Do you look at your schedule to see if it's achievable and that you can actually deliver on the date and time it's required? Or do you look at the fact, oh, it's going to make this person happy? Do you consider how you feel about the situation? Maybe it's something you really don't want to do. Maybe it's something you're not passionate about or you don't care about. A lot of times we get asked to do things for friends or family or even at work that you really could care less about, but you know it's important to them. These are all things you want to keep in mind when making your decision to actually say yes. But when you say yes and you commit yourself to doing something, you gotta follow through. How would you feel if somebody says, sure, I'll come to your child's birthday party, and then they don't show up? That poor kid is going to feel devastated when nobody comes to the party. Think about how your actions will affect other people. Think about what your lack of action will do. Put yourself in their position. How's that going to make you feel? As I mentioned, I've noticed this a lot recently. And it's been happening in situations where I found people are saying yes because they think it's what they need to do. But they're not following through because of their own fear. Perhaps they're afraid they're not going to be able to deliver properly to the person's expectations. If you're unclear on what's expected, ask questions. Clarify. Don't let that fear get in your way of accomplishing something. Sometimes that fear holds us back and clouds our judgment. And then ultimately it makes you look like you're going back on your word. If it's something that you've never done before and you're tackling it for the first time, you can say yes, but ask for reasonable timelines. Perhaps you have to do some research or training on what needs to be done before actually delivering. That's reasonable, but ask the person first. Don't just take the time to do what you think you need to do and give it to them 2 weeks later, because that's not going to help, because then you're going back on your word still. The saying better late than never doesn't apply here. Open communication and dialogue with the person that you're saying yes to will also help. Otherwise, you're going to have conflict, and you want to avoid conflict at all costs. So how good is your word? If I was asked you to do something, could I count on you? Take some time and reflect on your life. How valuable and valid is your word? Make sure the next time you say yes, you mean it. Until next time, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like and share, and I'll see you later.